This is a Cybex Eternis M-3, and today we're going to talk a little bit about front swivel wheel problems that can occur and some of the first things you can do to address these problems. So all strollers that have swivel wheels in the front can wind up with similar problems, one being that when you go at speed, the wheel wobbles. Another being that you find that the wheel seems to lock to the side when you're trying, especially when you're trying to go up over curbs and stuff, and this doesn't swivel then properly back into position. It feels as though it locks to the side. So if you're having either of these problems, the first thing you're going to want to do is to try to lubricate the front end. You just want to remove the front wheel. There's a little button on the side here, and I recommend using a thicker grease. In this case, I have food industry grease by a company called Viral. You could also use a silicone putty or a multi-purpose car grease. That is a little bit more viscous, a little slipperier. So if your problem has to do with the wobbling issue, it's better to go with the silicone putty or the food industry grease, as they give a little bit of traction. Moment. So you're just going to want to spray some or squeeze some on. You can wipe it around and then put it back on and give it a good turn to kind of get the grease to spread itself around. So the problem where it feels like it locks to the side, that generally is just a matter of it needing lubrication. It's because it's not rotating smoothly, and with a little bit of lubrication it will then more easily bounce back into the position you need it to. The problem with the wobbling occurs over time if you do not maintain the stroller. You do not lubricate it regularly. What happens is that the axle starts to widen the channel in here. So if that has happened with yours, sometimes again a thicker food industry grease or a silicone putty, if it's not a very pronounced problem, can fix this for you. But in other cases you'll need to use something mechanical in order to hold this whole front fork tighter into the mechanism. So butterfly washers are quite nice, although you would want to get one that doesn't get in the way of the swivel locking mechanism if you like to lock the swivel wheel in the front. I've also heard people talk about using O-rings. I have not tried this myself. If there is anybody who has tried O-rings in order to fix this problem, please leave a comment. I would be very curious as to how it worked for you. And so either butterfly washer, maybe an O-ring, or worst case scenario, you would need to replace either the swivel mechanism itself or the fork. I suppose in general it would be the swivel mechanism. We're not going to disassemble this in this video, but we'll be doing that in future videos. In any case, that's what you would want to do with most swivel wheel related problems on this Cybex Eternis. And we hope this video has been helpful to you. If it has been, we ask you to subscribe, as it helps us to continue making videos in the future. Thank you.